set to hit the state in just hours. And a new report finds nearly half of Florida homes in hazard zones do not have flood insurance.
Wow. So how can you protect your home, and what about your car or your business? Bob Massi joins us now with some of those answers. Just that stat, good morning to you, that Todd just read. Half of the homes in Florida in hazard zones don't have flood insurance. That is alarming.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these coastlines, Abby, they actually, unless you go out and buy your own flood insurance, your homeowner's insurance won't cover it. We talked a little bit about that last week, and I think what we're learning is how amazing that people who live in this area don't have it because, like everything else, they don't think it's going to happen to them. The other thing that makes us a little unique, like Rick has done a fabulous job explaining this stuff to all of us, is this is a lot more wind also, as opposed to Houston, where there's a lot of flood. We got the wind, we got the flood surge, so there's a lot of complicated issues here that homeowners are going to be faced with and business owners.
Bob, we're hearing about these storm surges, especially on the Gulf Coast. This may include people who didn't expect water to rise where they are. In addition to your home, what about car insurance or, watercraft insurance? Does a hurricane count in those situations?
Well, as it relates, Pete, with cars, usually your comprehensive will cover car losses, and you get into some salvage issues also once we get to the place where people are able to function again. Watercraft, generally speaking, no. The insurance doesn't cover it. There is certain type of coverage you could buy for watercraft, vehicles, boats, things like that, but generally speaking, your homeowner's insurance will not cover those type of things.
Wow. And how about businesses? Because that's something we don't even really think about. Based on how it's zoned, they may even be closer to the water. So what's a business, are most businesses covered for something like this? Or how about loss of income?
There's a thing called business interference insurance, and that is what it says. In other words, if for some reason, as a result of fire, could be hurricanes, tornadoes, whatever, you lose your income, then business interference insurance steps in and pays a portion of what your monthly overhead is. You talk about what about people that are leasing their places for restaurants or retail stores? What about the rents there? Your employees, how are your employees going to be paid? Business interference insurance could cover some of those type of expenses while this is all going on. Right. And a lot of businesses that are well informed, they have business interference insurance.
Bob, I know it's very complicated, but let's talk about flood insurance, the federal-private dichotomy that exists with regard to flood insurance. It's complicated. It's
very complicated. For example, if you have homeowners insurance, and let's say there's a pipe that breaks in your house, and your house gets flooded, well, most of the time, homeowners insurance will cover that type of water damage, unless they could show that you were negligent and not maintaining. But with flood insurance, the homeowners insurance basically said, look, this a lot of times comes from natural disasters, and that's what we're talking about. That's the difference. So that's why flood insurance is available for people. It's not really cost prohibitive. But people need to look into these things. And by the way, I mentioned the other day, a lot of lenders, guys, where they're giving loans in coastal areas, they require you to have certain type of flood insurance because they understand that they're going to be a potential payee here in order to pay off the loan and different things like that, to fix the home, repair the home, and a lot of times it's a tear down. The homes just get torn down, they have to replace it. Very complicated issues, very complicated issues.
It's so great to have you on to help better explain all of that for so many people that are going to be needing it as soon as tomorrow, it sounds like. We will make sure to have all of this information on our website. Bob Massi, good to see you this morning.
Thanks, Bob.